Oh, hello again. Alright, I wasn't going to make one, but I don't know. I think a lot of things are fairly easy, but some people are, getting into motorcycles, of course. So they may think this is difficult to where I'm going to have to go to a bike shop and pay, $70 to have somebody change my oil. But, 03 Zx7, most bikes, up to 2010, as long as they're not like BMW or something, pretty simple. There's going to be a drain bolt to the bottom of your oil pan once you get your fairings off. Mine is a 17 millimeter. It has a crush washer. They say replace it every time. I don't. I don't know where it went. I use this stuff just because liquid thread sealant, basically. I know for a fact it won't leak, and I don't always have little aluminum crush washers on hand at all times. I always let the bike warm up, basically the full operating temperature. Let it set for 5 to 10 minutes, just so all the oil that's in the head and everywhere else can go straight to the bottom. I have a rear stand. You don't have to have one. Actually, it might be better if you didn't use it. It's easier for me just because this big old drain pan, it's stupid. Regardless, I use this. It's going to be easier it's going to be better to get all the oil out on your kickstand because it will get everything out of the oil pan. Most everything anyways. There's always going to be some crevices at the top of the oil pan, and I'll show you because I have a couple of them, that you're not going to get. It's just impossible. Like over here, there's going to be oil puddling, and of course here, you're not going to get everything down there. There's stuff that you're just not going to get. So, there's people going to say it's stupid, but it is what it is. I'm also going to change the oil in this, change the clutch in this video, just to show you how easy that can be also. So I'm going to stop here, let the oil drain. I'm going to come back once I get this clutch cover off. It's, all you got to do is these 8 millimeter bolts that are all the way around it. I think there may be 10. Of course, I got to take the coolant reservoir off too. That's nothing. It's a 10 millimeter bolt, or it's 8 and 8. Some might be a little different, but that's what I got for you right now, and then I will come back to y'all once I had that clutch cover off and show you how to swap a clutch out. And we're back. Alright, so the clutch cover is off. I have another one. I only got this out to keep track of the bolts where they go, because there are some longer than the other ones. And also, if you're doing this on the Zx7, really any bike, they should all have dowel pins, basically keeping it aligned. I know the bolts, you're like, oh, it's going to keep it aligned with the bolts. Not all the time. It's gonna keep it perfectly, right where it needs to be. My bike is a little different than others. I'm not sure if the newer Kawasaki's have it because I haven't worked on one before, but I have worked on an FZR 1000 and a Zx7r 750, and these are usually 10 millimeters, not Allen bolts. So we're gonna pop these 6 off. I will try to do it on camera. Take off the 8 millimeter. Put on the Allen, and I know a lot of y'all don't like using impacts. I'm all for impacts. I take these off. I'm not really gonna keep track because I'm going with new springs, so I don't really care where these go. Just get them out. And the last one. Okay. Alright, so excuse me. If you're not used to clutches, you're going to take these off. So obviously friction plate and steel plates. You're going to make sure keep them in order. If you're not sure, you don't have a manual on hand, if you've never done this before, keep them in order, so whenever you go to put your old clutch in, or your new clutch in, you know exactly what's first. Because at the very back, I've seen some are friction plates, some at the very back are steel plates. They're all different. So I'm not sure. I don't think a lot do have to go a certain way. Most don't, but there are some, like the FZR 1000 that I had. The very back of the friction plates, there's like 3 that were different. and they're all different sizes. I called Barnett and I was like, what's the deal? They're like, oh, they're different. Let me send you this is what you need. So a lot of people hate on them, but I've had 3 Barnett clutches in 3 different bikes, and they've all been perfect. I use Barnett clutches usually to try to friction plates and steel plates for, of course, Kawasaki. I don't always use Mobile One, but that's what I had on hand usually. I use Castrol Racing RS or Power RS, Powered, whatever it is. But I'm going to get the rest of these plates out of here, and then I'm going to bring it back once I have the new plates in. Alright, so I forgot one thing. Once you get your clutch, obviously all of them are out. I have 8 friction plates, 7 steel plates, and the friction goes at the back, towards the back of the basket. So you got the inner basket, you have the outer basket. You want to check these teeth and check these teeth. If these have broken off, you want to get a new clutch basket, because there's no really way to fix that. Also, you want to look. So it looks like there's grooves here, because there are. You can't really, well, okay. There may be. Mine look like they are, but you can't feel them with the finger. It just looks like because where the friction plates sit at. If you have grooves, here, you can take a file. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't. Just buy a new clutch basket. That's just wear and tear. If you have grooves there and you leave it there, your clutch will feel notchy when you let it out. It won't be just real smooth. The bike take off easy. It'll kind of stutter taking off, and you'll be like, why is it doing that? Kind of bucking, not hard, but you'll feel it. Versus a nice smooth clutch, because the teeth, I guess you call it teeth, fingers, whatever you want to call it. I guess these will be teeth, these will be fingers, regardless. These slide in and out on here when you let the clutch out and in. Pull the clutch in, this little shaft right here will come out and release your clutch. Now your clutch is spinning, you're rolling around, whatever, at a stoplight. Let it go, it comes back in, all the plates grab, and everything all at once turns. So just making sure that y'all check these teeth and check for the grooves. If you can feel them a little bit, I wouldn't worry about them. Kind of like, you know, big, flowy. But if they feel like, you know, notches, you may get the file out. And you can only file them down about one time. After that, they're no longer in tolerance, and you'll have to get another outer clutch basket. I know my FZR had a billet one in there because they are known for shattering these clutch baskets. When I first got the bike, it was shattered. It actually got lodged in the crank, and it destroyed one of the pistons. So you may check every single time that you do a clutch, which shouldn't be too often, but I guess if you're drag racing or whatever. But always check each one of these teeth, make sure they're good. Alright, so I've got the clutch plates in. Obviously, you know, they're brand new. When putting this back on, put it back on. Oh, be like, okay, cool, it's perfect. Rotate a little bit. These have teeth also. They're going to grab onto your inner clutch basket. Once this is on, you're not going to be able to turn it. And if you can turn it, it's going to be very tight, because obviously it's connected to all the clutch plates. Well, it's connected to the steels in their oil regardless. Make sure you soak your new clutch plates. It doesn't have to be for a full 24 hours. Just make sure they're in there for at least 30 minutes or so. You don't want to let them dry. You will ruin your brand new clutch if you put the clutch in there dry. So that's it. I'm going to get this old gasket off, put the new gasket on, and I'm sure if you've taken it off this far, you can put it back on, you know. So that's it. Well, until next time, bye.